Lead up to week one.
Man, it's here finally. Thank God. It feels like we've been working and practicing for 2.5 months, but when we got to hear those first couple days. I remember talking to you early about that, and to see kind of our development and transition from then. It's exciting time, good place to be. So obviously we got an enormous challenge this weekend against a really good football team that's playing really good right now. So confident and talented. So we're excited for the opportunity though.
How do you feel about having a week of film on them, and if that gives you an advantage?
I think there's some confirmation that carries over from last year, but Coach Bennett has done what he's done for a long time, and he's really good at it. And they're tough, and they're physical, and they're fast, and they play hard. And I can't say enough good things about how he coaches them and how they play while he coaches them. So I think honestly, it confirms what it is that we thought we knew about him. And then it also, I think the disadvantage it puts us at is now they've been through. I mean, you saw some of the mistakes and some of the penalties that they made. Those are all first game kind of things that happen, that give you an opportunity to clean that up. We haven't had that opportunity yet. So certainly our team's going to have to dig in and be more mature just to be able to match, where it is that they're going to be in respect to being a week ahead of us practicing and a week ahead of us playing games. So.
And then just I know this is practice one of the week with the walkthrough last night, but in preparing for this week, how big are the changes for a game week versus, say, what you guys did last week?
We tried to get in last week to do kind of a trial run. I don't think that you can ever mimic the energy and the feel for the anticipation of what's going on when you get into game week. So from a schedule standpoint, I think we got a little closer. I think our guys understand the flow of how we work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And I thought last week gave them a chance to experience that. I didn't think we did great Wednesday responding from that Monday, Tuesday. So we challenged them, we need to have a good practice tomorrow. And I think they're ready. And I do think the energy was different today. And they know it's here. So.
Tanner's the starter, but Brett said that Preston will play. Have you guys talked about a plan and what that looks like, or? Not too in depth. I know that what it is that we've said, and I know that we've got a plan in order to get it. Obviously, we feel comfortable with Preston operating our entire offense, so it's not necessarily a package or anything. It's just there'll be an opportunity that comes during the game to get him in and let him get his college football experience that he needs to get to start working to understand what it's like to be a college football player.
I know that in the beginning of fall camp, it was more just like, let's see what kind of starters we can have, who steps up, and then we want to kind of go with this group. But I guess when it comes to week one, how much still is it a trial run, so to speak, of, hey, this is the group we got going now, but we need to learn how they work together, or how they handle being the starters in an actual game setting?
I thought we put them to the fire this fall camp. I think we got obviously game day can change anybody, right? And so we got to make sure that we do that. But I do think that we tested them pretty hard, and we put them through some hard practices, and we had really good days, and we had days that we wish we'd have done better, And I think the guys that we're going to send out there we trust them, and they're tested, at least, refined as much as we can without getting into a full game setting. Mm-hmm. And obviously, every week's kind of got a life of its own. So, when we get through this and we have a chance to evaluate Sunday where we are and how people reacted in those situations, and God forbid, injuries come along and do things like that, I think there's a constant that's the great thing about being a developmental program, is there's a constant development of those under guys that are right on the border maybe of playing or not playing, and they can rise to the challenge and earn themselves more reps or earn themselves 0 reps to some reps. And we're always trying to develop an atmosphere where guys can work their way up a level and accomplish the goals that they want to while we're trying to win games.
Mm-hmm. Depth chart, I guess, comes out sometime later today. Is there anybody on there that really surprised you that really stepped their way up to get on that too deep? Or?
I wouldn't say surprise. Anytime you see newcomers come in and do that, then that's it's an encouragement. It's what in this new world, I think you bank on transfers being able to help you, but you never know, particularly those that we didn't get at Christmas. We didn't get them till the first part of summer. And so for them to come in to, get in with our team and work all the way through fall camp and prove those skill sets and how that, and kind of get fit into our offense. to be able to watch them develop, that's exciting. I think the freshmen that are coming along that you'll see show up on that depth chart are guys that's probably the biggest jump in the modern college football. It used to be, here comes this true freshman into this wide world, because it's way different football. From high school, that's a big jump. And so to see those guys show up on the depth chart, it's fun for them, and we're gonna throw them in the fire, see if they can get it.
Two more for Coach. What was the process like getting to the starting offensive line that it looks like you guys are going to roll out there this weekend? Yeah, like how you guys kind of moved some guys around. You guys dealt with a little bit of injuries here and there. How did it all come together?
No doubt. Really similar to what it does with every position. Obviously, the offensive line has got to gel as a unit, probably more so than most units do, because there's such a heavy reliance on communication and trust with the guy next to you. You know what I mean? Sometimes when you're isolated out in the perimeter or something, it's more one-on-one matchups. When you're interior, it's not. You got to be able to do that. So in order to find the proper amount of guys, Coach Justice did a great job moving guys around to make sure that we were getting them maximizing where it was they were good. We couldn't ever sacrifice one position for another, but if we could make a change and improve two positions, or if we could make a change and improve one position but keep the other one the same, then that's worth doing, right? So it's what you don't want to do is ever make a change and you make either two positions bad. Obviously that's bad, but if you make a change and you make one position good but the other position bad, then that's really not what you want to do. So it's kind of moving those pieces around to find out where it was, and I think we feel really good about maximizing those guys' potential without sacrificing another position in that deal. So Coach Justice has done a great job getting those guys prepared, and I'm excited to watch them play.
This is a two-part question, but how often do you guys like to go multi-tight end sets, and how confident are you in the versatility that maybe 1A and 1B can offer in that kind of ideal setting?
Sure. We will show personnels. We'll get in 2 tight ends. We will get in 3 tight ends. There's going to be some opportunity. Some of that's situational. Some of it's during the flow of the normal game. And I feel really good about our top 3 guys right now that we're going to put in the game, and we'll see any number or combination of them, through the course of the game. And so then it's kind of, who plays best, who rises to the top, what strengths operate best within our offense, and obviously our number one goal is to play fast. So we got to make sure that we can continue to do that without putting major substitution stresses on our offense, which obviously naturally slows you down. So.
Thanks, Coach.